So let's say hello again. It's Xiao Song, healer, soul whisperer. I haven't been on live for a while. I went away. I went to climb some mountains in Patagonia down south in the Andes, and I just came back. In my personal page, I shared my story of recovering my confidence, overcoming fear to climb up a very strenuous trek to see Mount Fitzroy. What happened was I had an accident last year, a year ago, climbing. When I came down, I tripped 3 times and fell 3 times, and the very last fall, I twisted my ankle so badly that I couldn't walk anymore. So I was rescued down to the base by a team of 11 beautiful people who climbed up to rescue me in the middle of the night and carry me down in a stretcher and got to the village at 3 a.m. in the morning. And that was a very, very traumatic experience, very painful, needless to say. And at the time, I felt that was it, that I won't be able to climb such a difficult trek anymore to see Mount Fitzroy, which is really my favorite mountain. A year later, I made a very spontaneous decision to go back because the lockdown, I couldn't plan, I couldn't like most people, and I jumped onto the flight very spontaneously, feeling that perhaps I should go without training even. But this time I went back with the thought that I'm not going to climb, I'm just going to walk a bit. It's a very, very long trek. It took me 10 hours before. So I said to myself, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to force myself. And a couple of times when I imagined myself climbing, the fear was enough to make my legs tremble, make my knees tremble, and make my ankle, the injured ankle, hurt. I could feel the pain in my ankle. And it's the memory, it's the traumatic memory which is at play. And that poor ankle, it's a veteran. It was twisted, badly twisted, nearly 30 years ago when I was playing tennis in Beirut, in Lebanon, which was a city which was bombarded after the war. So there was no ground, even in a tennis court. And then 15 years ago, I fell. I was at home, I fell from a ladder and broke that same ankle. I had a fracture. And then a series of mini injuries on that ankle. And last year, the major third degree ankle sprain. So it's a veteran. It has very, very painful memories. But anyway, I went back and I set out as early as possible in the morning. I gave myself a good 10 hours just to walk. No aim, no goal. And I said to myself, just go as far as you could. No pressure. And I've been speaking to my ankle all the time. He's always received special care, special attention, special affection, massage, oiling, everything, much, much more than my left ankle, which is it's a silent hero. Always working, no injury, no bad memories. And step by step, I went to the top. And it wasn't difficult at all. It was extremely windy. The wind was at times almost horizontal. I was blown down a couple of times, but with no impact. You know, when the wind blow you down, you just fell. I went up there, I rested for a good hour, and there was a different lake to see, but I decided not to go to see it, just to save the energy to come down. And I was very fearful coming down because it was a very steep, almost vertical descent at the top, rocky mountains, wild. There was no path. And I literally paid attention on every single step, and almost say hello to every single stone I stepped on. It was a pure meditation, and I rested as often as I could. I didn't want to wait when I was too tired to rest. And I also soaked my feet in icy water, because the mountain has a beautiful stream, huge, very powerful river actually, because of the snow water. I soaked my feet in icy water a couple of times to ease the pain. The ankle was whispering not, shouting not. It's somewhere between whispering and shouting with pain. And I stopped. Anytime there was a pain sign, I stopped and rested and soaked the feet and went on. I got back to the village 10.5 hours later, exhausted, on full, but feeling, I don't know, I have no words. I recorded a video to myself at the time in the dark. So grateful, so emotional, full of love, so much love I felt, so much love I received from the nature. And that's what I want to share here with you today, that it's healing from traumatic memories. It's possible, but we have to do it with love. We have to do it with zero pressure if possible. And once you've gone back and come back, you are healed. And do it again, you are strengthened. And do it again, the traumatic memory will recede. It will stay there. It will be there. Kind of, what's the word? I have no words. Nagging at you a little bit. But it will not, it has lost its force. And the memory of overcoming fear, the memory of overcoming trauma has gained its force, is getting stronger, and it will give you confidence. That's what I want to share today after my trip. I wish you a beautiful weekend, and I'm looking forward to speak to you more often with more resources and help and support. And please ask me questions and help me to help you. And please get in touch if you want to have a discovery chat about my work. And here I am for you. Much love. Blessings.